In 480 BCE, tensions were rising across Greece. The mighty Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes, was advancing, determined to conquer the Greek city-states and expand its colossal empire. Word spread rapidly. Xerxes was marching with a force so vast that it was said to make the earth tremble and the sea boil. The survival of Greece hung in the balance, and the call to arms echoed throughout the land. Amid the uncertainty, one man stood tall, King Leonidas of Sparta, and with him 300 of his most elite warriors, chosen not just for their strength, but for their experience and unwavering loyalty. The stage was set at Thermopylae, a narrow mountain pass that served as the gateway to Greece. It was here that the Greeks, under Leonidas' leadership, decided to make their stand against Xerxes' seemingly unstoppable army. This narrow strip of land would even the playing field, allowing the vastly outnumbered Greek forces a chance to hold back the Persian advance. Alongside Leonidas' Spartans were around 7,000 other Greek allies, united for what they knew was a critical but necessary mission. Xerxes, confident in his sheer numbers, demanded the Greeks surrender their weapons. Leonidas' response was as resolute as it was defiant. Molon labe, meaning, come and take them. With that, the Spartans prepared for battle, fully aware of what was to come. Their purpose wasn't just to defend Greece, it was to inspire it. For 3 days, the Spartans and their allies held the Persians at bay. The narrow pass of Thermopylae worked to their advantage, neutralizing the overwhelming Persian numbers. The Spartans, trained from birth to be warriors, formed an unbreakable wall of shields and spears in their iconic phalanx formation. Persian soldiers charged repeatedly, but were met with disciplined, precise strikes from the Spartan warriors. The battlefield became a test of Spartan resilience and unity. Each clash was fiercer than the last. Xerxes, growing frustrated with the failure of his conventional troops, sent in his most feared soldiers, the Immortals, an elite Persian fighting force. But even they could not break the Spartan line. The Immortals, whose name suggested they were invincible, were repelled like all the rest. The sight of his elite troops struggling was enough to unsettle Xerxes, who had expected a swift and decisive victory. Among the 300 was a warrior named Defiance, who, when informed that the Persian archers were so numerous that their arrows would block out the sun, famously replied, "Good, then we shall fight in the shade." This statement epitomized the Spartan spirit, unflinching in the face of danger, finding honor in every challenge, and remaining defiant even when the odds were overwhelming. But the battle's course was about to change. A Greek insider named Ephialtes revealed to Xerxes a secret mountain path that bypassed the main Greek defense. Under the cover of night, the Persians took this route and encircled the Spartans. Leonidas knew his position was untenable. Facing an inevitable outcome, he made a fateful decision. He ordered most of the Greek forces to retreat and fight another day. But he and his 300 Spartans, along with a small contingent of Thespians and Thebans, stayed behind. They had one final duty: to delay the Persians as long as possible, even if it meant sacrificing everything. On the morning of the final day, the Persians closed in from all sides. Leonidas, knowing the end was near, led his men into one last effort. They fought with unwavering resolve, engaging Persian soldiers even as they were surrounded. Weapons clashed, and the warriors fought in an intense struggle. Leonidas was eventually overcome during the fight, but his men continued to fight, rallying around his body, never giving up despite the mounting pressure. By the end of the day, all the Spartans had fallen in battle. The Persians may have won the battle, But it came at a tremendous cost. Xerxes' army had been delayed long enough for the Greek city-states to rally their forces, setting the stage for future victories at battles like Salamis and Plataea, where the Greeks would ultimately defeat the Persian invaders. The story of the 300 Spartans did not end on that battle-scarred field. Their sacrifice at Thermopylae became a rallying cry for the Greeks, inspiring them to unite against a common enemy. Their bravery and determination became a symbol of the Spartan way of life, a life where honor and duty mattered more than survival. The true power of the Spartan stand lies not just in their military skill, but in the legacy they left behind. The inscription at Thermopylae still stands today. "Go tell the Spartans, stranger passing by, that here, obedient to their laws, we lie." This simple epitaph captures the essence of their sacrifice, obedience to their way of life, loyalty to their city, and a willingness to sacrifice for the greater good. For centuries, the story of the 300 Spartans has been told and retold, in books, films, and across generations. It is a story of defiance, of standing against overwhelming odds, and of the human spirit's capacity for courage in the face of incredible adversity. What they may not have known as they faced their final challenge was that their legacy would endure far beyond that narrow pass at Thermopylae, echoing through history as one of the most inspiring tales of valor ever told.